Yo, what up, gamers? Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yo, Merry Christmas, Scruns. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Shady Milkman? How you doing? Hello, welcome. Sashi, how you doing over in the YouTube chat? Welcome, welcome. Hey, we're using good old pen and paper as an ID this time. Not quite. Please no. Yo, what's up, Into String? How you doing? How are you doing? Thanks for digging up this old challenge. Saw you started coding it and did it parallel myself. Lots of fun. That's awesome. Were you able to finish it, or how far along are you? I think there's 8 codes in total. Which, when this challenge came out in 2012, I don't know if you knew how many codes there'd be. I think you submitted them to the website and it kind of kept you going. Now we at least know there's 8, but either way, we are 4 out of 8 done, so halfway. But I'm guessing the difficulty curve ramps up, so probably a little bit less than halfway, you know? It seems like a ton of fun, though. I want to do all of the Advent of Code stuff, so I figure starting with this challenge probably makes the most sense. How was your Christmas? It was fantastic. It was great. Got to see family, hung out with everyone, did a bunch of gift exchange, so hung out with my sisters, parents, fired it in there on taking a nap on the couch after eating a bunch of cookies, so standard stuff. Got the VM completely done and finished the second part. Won't spoil it, but still more to go. Okay, awesome, awesome. But yeah, if you are counting along how many codes you have, like if you're looking at Aneurysm's repo, that does spoil how many are there, which I already kind of just spoiled by telling you. But don't do what Bad Cop did and forget that there is a code given to you in the architecture specification diagram, because that would be super annoying. Hey Dave, discovered your channel recently. Great content. Thanks so much. Yo, welcome. I appreciate it. Yeah, a ton of people have been discovering my YouTube as of recent, which has been super nice. The progress bar video brought a lot of new viewers. The Bash course has been an incredible success. We have 60,000 views on a 7-hour video. That's unreal. I would have never expected that. I have a digital sale up on Patreon for it. So actually, here, let me go plug this real quick. Look at this. Here's the complete Bash scripting course. If you want to learn Bash scripting, go here. It's free. It's free. I'm not lying to you. It's not giving me your email. It's not giving me your credit card. It's free. 7-hour video. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. There's a digital sale on Patreon, and it's a $10 fee. It's a $10 one time, and you can download the MP4, the DRM free MP4. Here's the fun thing. If you're already a member of my Patreon, you get that for free. And you can also go to Ko-fi and name your own price. I'll let you guys in on some background here, or some inside things. The course has been out for what, 10, 11 days, somewhere around there. I've already sold over 100 units of that. Now, Patreon does take a cut, so I haven't made over $1,000 USD, but pretty close to it. And I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely beyond stoked that people would pay for something that's free, and that makes me feel really good. Because, like, I think I've done a good job of letting people know that it is free. So if people paid for it, that means they're paying with money they could afford to buy it with, and they bought it because they really wanted to. So like, I feel super good about like taking that money. It feels like an ethical way of, like, a really ethical way of making money. Not that I think making money is unethical, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. I feel good about it. So thank you everyone who has supported. Otherwise, I mean, just go there and watch it for free. You don't got to pay for it if you don't want to. Rewrite Bash and Rust. I think there was a project that was doing that. I don't know how far along it is or what the deal is with it, but yeah, I have heard of something like that. Also wrote a debugger in Ratatouille, which was new to me. Ooh, Ratatouille's interesting. It's a really cool, like, TUI library for Rust. I don't know it as well as I should. It'd be kind of cool. Nice. Was doing rustlings and you popped up? Dude, that's awesome. Heck yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, your YouTube Bash videos have helped me streamline my SI workflow. Love Bash CI. Okay, I was gonna ask what SI is. Yeah. No, that's great. I've gotten a lot of people that say like their CI/CD pipeline stuff is all like Bash script, so I'm glad I can help with that. And yeah, and if you're going through the Bash course and you want support, go join my Discord. It should be linked in somewhere. I don't know. You'll find links for it. I'm so bad at plugging things. You guys will find links for it. You guys are smart. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome. I'm decent with Bash and still learn several things from your course. Very good stuff. That's what I like to hear. That's awesome. Let's see. Great amount of work has been done so far, Dave. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome. I did the super things on YouTube. Also an option. Oh, that's true. You did do that, actually. Yes, so there is an option to do a super thanks on YouTube where you can go on the video and leave me money. Basically, you like pay to make a comment and it like highlights your comment and I get like a notification about it. I get notified for comments, but like, guys, I'm super famous. That sounds so cringe. I get a lot of comments. So I don't have them turned on my phone, but if you do super thanks me, it actually does go directly to my phone, which is cool because then your comment shows on the video like you paid for it or whatever. And I get some percentage of that money. It's a pretty decent percentage. YouTube does a good job paying their creators. So yeah, thank you anyone who's given me a super thanks or a super comment or whatever they're called. Thank you specifically Into String for that. I appreciate it. Let's see. The course is excellent. I consider myself a near me with Bash. I still found new stuff I didn't know for the first hour. Let's go. If you were finding new stuff in the first hour, then I have exciting news for the rest of it because it gets more complex as time goes on. So yeah, enjoy it. Merry Christmas off topic. While you were just waiting, could you write a sentence while showing off your keyboard? I'd like to see. I try to learn Dvorak, but I guess I'm too stuck with QWERTY. Could I write a sentence? I'm not sure what you mean. Well, like if I type a sentence and then put it in the chat, it's just going to show up like you're not going to see me write. I mean, I don't know how else to describe that. So I'm not sure what you mean there specifically. Are you considering making any other courses? Say Git. Not at this time. I probably want to do more in the future, but I'll have to learn some stuff. I don't know anything as well as I know Bash, to be honest. But yeah, the course was a ton of fun and it was a huge success. So yeah, I'm definitely open to that in the future. Maybe even a Bash book, but no promises. You didn't hear me say that, but you know, just kind of like low key throwing that idea around. Yo, what's up, Henry? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's your day today. That's right. Christmas Dave Eddy of DaveEddy.com. That is me. Welcome. This day was absolutely made for me. That is why I am streaming today. We are here on Christmas. We had a successful Christmas day. It was a ton of fun. And now we're going to write some code because that is super fun. Let's see. Been having a lot of fun with Bash lately. Thank you for all the cool ideas and tips. Yo, Paul, appreciate it. I'm glad to hear that. That is super good. Let's see. My man, a hint. Positional parameters within functions are always local. You don't need to declare them as local. Can you... I'm not sure what you mean. Positional parameters given to a function are like $1, $2, $3. When I declare them as local, it's because I'm declaring a new variable and setting it equal to the value of that $1, $2, $3. So those variables are not locally scoped, if that's what you're talking about. But I may be misunderstanding your comment here. Have you ever thought about doing game streams every once in a while? I have thought about it. I probably will. I'd probably get less viewership, which is fine. I do these streams for fun. I don't make much money off these streams. But yes, I have definitely thought about it and be like a nice, cool, like chill kind of night. I don't know what stream or what games I'd stream. Maybe do some Hollow Knight, maybe do some Super Metroid, Mario 64, something like that. But yeah, definitely thought about it. Let's see. Hey, it's late for me. I'm just in to ask, you said that you run OmniOS. Is there a plan to do a showcase, what it can do versus others? I'm a BSD guy, but I'm interested in Monosolaris. Is like, hey, that's super cool to hear. I don't have any plans for it currently, but I would love to do that because there are a lot of people out there, and you know, you're a BSD guy, so you know this. There are a lot of Linux-centric people out there, and I love the BSDs because they are like siblings of OmniOS. Like we both have our descendants in Unix, which is incredible. Linux is like a cousin over there. Like it's Unix-like. People read into that. I don't ascribe any value judgment to that. I'm just stating it how it is. People read into that. They're so weird. So yeah, I would love to do like a video where I talk about that. I think it'd be super cool to dive into some of the specifics. Code a game in Bash. I've already done that. Let's see. You're the best teacher I've come across. Any chance you would do a Git course? Would pay for that? Hey, you're the second person to ask tonight. which is crazy. So apparently there's a lot of people out there that need to learn Git, myself included. I'd have to really learn before I could teach it. I'll consider it. I mean, if people have been asking this much, then it seems like there's some demand for it. People really want to know. So, yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy watching the Mario die when you controlled him. Thank you for writing it out that way, which forced me to pronounce it the way that you pronounce it. I actually appreciate that. That's kind of a baller move right there. That's hilarious. Yeah, I would definitely, oh, you know, oh my God, okay. I could do Mario 64. Oh my God, would it be fun to make a game? Make a Nintendo 64 game? Because it's in C. Like, we could just write C code and make a game. Or we could ROM hack Mario 64. Like, that's programming. We could be like, okay, here's this game. Let's go ahead and, you know, give him anti-gravity or something. You know, like stuff like that. It'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Do you use any LSP or code IntelliSense or linter in Vim? In Vim, no. I can't stand that. I hate that. Syntax highlighting is as far as I go with Vim. Let's see. Your skills line up with Just Process Runner. Have you tried it? What is that? Oh, just like a just file, like as opposed to a make file. I've heard of that. I've never used it. So I have no, I have no knowledge of it. Oh, my YouTube's chat's doing that stupid thing where it's in top mode and not live mode. Let me fix that real quick. So if I missed your message, sorry, YouTube's kind of weird. I remember to switch this stupid setting. Let's see. Is it too hard to adapt from OSX flavored BSD to, quote, the real thing? Not sure exactly what you mean. I don't think of OSX flavored BSD. Do you actually mean Mac OS, or are you talking about some specific type of BSD? Because I logically set, like, I know they have roots in the same thing. I just logically separate Mac OS from like BSD. Don't try to think of them as the same, because you only get bit when it, like, from a pragmatic sense, it only comes to bite you if you conflate the two in your head. That's my experience with it. So like Mac OS and BSD, like, even though they share roots, like, I think of them as two completely separate things. That's the best way that I found to make them work in my brain. Sounds like a fascinating stream to watch. I would love to play it as well. Yeah, like, it'd be super fun to make like some sort of ROM hack or something where you actually like dig into the code, where it's like, okay, you know, like Mario jumps and then he falls back to the ground with, you know, a speed. He has a vector of 9.8 meters per second squared, you know, like the speed of gravity or something, just throwing out random numbers. What if we just increase that to 20 meters squared? Now he falls to the ground twice as fast, give or take. And then what if we made it like a negative number? Now he goes up into the sky. Like, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Could Bash be used to make music? Almost. I had some things in the works, maybe with some FFmpeg or like socks or something, some external tools possibly. What I mean is the positional parameters hint is that if you do command arg1 and then define function with $1 equals new arg, it won't. Oh, your message, you just removed the message. Okay. What I mean with the position parameters hint is that if you do command arg1, then define a function with $1 equals new arg, it won't overwrite the global positional parameter from the little I know. If I define a function with $1 equals new arg, I'm not sure what that means, because in Bash you don't define functions like that. I have to see what you're explaining here, because it doesn't line up with my understanding of how functions are like defined. Like, here, let me jump in here real quick. Like, if I have like, you know, script.sh here, let's go down here and let's make a function like foo, like this. If we were to call foog with, you know, arg1, then inside foo, if we say echo $1, then $1 inside this foo function will be the string arg1, because we're setting it here. But if I were to do like local thing equals $1, I have to put the word local in front of it if I want to use thing here. Otherwise, thing, like if I do this, thing will now be a global variable, and that's not what I want. So I have to use the local keyword here. It sounds like what you're saying is doing something like $1 equals, you know, hello or something. But in Bash, this is invalid. You don't put the $sign in front of variable declaration. You don't do it that way. This doesn't work the way you would expect it to. You'd have to use like a set command. So I'd have to do something like this. And then if I were to echo $1, it would print the string foo instead of the string arg or something. So yeah, I don't know. All TikTok luck stars with less than 3 deaths and 2 times gravity for a coin I spray painted gold. Dude, those coins are absolute. There's no value could be ascribed to them. If I were going to ascribe a value to them, it'd probably be like 25 cents. But yeah, I love it. That's incredible. Let's see. Frozen Fusion, what's up? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you too. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone watching. Appreciate you guys checking out the stream. Check this out. We made this on stream a couple nights ago. Xmas, let me type it right. Let me think before I start typing. Xmas.ysap.sh. You can curl it, and that will get this data to your screen, which doesn't look like much because it's bash code. So if we pipe it into bash, be careful with this. Check the source code, make sure it's good. All standard disclaimers aside. You get this nice little animation that we built on stream. I just posted a video today on my YouTube where I cut up the stream and went through and made it very YouTube friendly. And according to my YouTube studio, I knew this would happen. You get a feel for your comment. You know how things are going to go. According to my YouTube studio, that video I uploaded today, 11 hours ago, fewer subscribers are choosing to watch this. And according to YouTube, it is 10 out of 10. That's not a good thing. That means out of my last 10 videos, this is in 10th place. I expected that. I didn't expect this to do well. It's not a very viral subject, but I'm grateful because a 10 out of 10 video for me still pulled in over 2,000 views in 12 hours. So like if my flops are pulling in thousands of views, I'm happy. You know what I mean? So absolutely, I'm happy with it. Let's see. Yeah, be careful with the Nintendo being very litigious. That is true. That is absolutely true. That'd be something I would worry about. So maybe we would just do some sort of homebrew game. I don't know. Or I would just play Mario, you know what I mean? Like, just playing a game would be cool. Let's see. Set 1 is something I never thought about. Oh, yeah. You can absolutely do it. The video's like, stop it, Henry. Get out of here. You can absolutely do that. Like, if I have $1 here, I can't just say 1 equals foo. It tries to run it like a command, but I can totally do this. And then I can echo $1, and then you set it. So the set command is super used for setting positional parameters, but I find I rarely need the set command. Let's see. What's your thoughts on declaring local var equals foo versus declaring local var then setting var equals foo for capturing bugs properly? Depends. Most of the time, I join together the variable declaration, which is local var, and the variable assignment, which is var equals foo. A lot of times I do them on the same line because the chance of the local keyword failing is just not going to happen. The only time I ever do it is if I am going to run some command here and I care about the exit code of some command. If I care about the exit code of some command, then I will do it on 2 separate lines. That way I can properly capture the error code. Otherwise, the local keyword eats the error code there. If I don't care about the error code, I do it all on one line. I don't care. I can shadow that variable. It doesn't mask that variable, I think would be a more appropriate way of saying it. So yeah, that's kind of how I approach it. Hope your channel blows up for real. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you. Be awesome. I would love to see that. It's so funny because like I have creator friends that are in this space. Hold on, let me pull this up. There we go. Look at that. I have creator friends that are in this space. I would like to get more. I would like to get more tech mutual creators. My plan for 2026 is to reach out to some more creators and try to do like collabs and stuff. Like I've really enjoyed my collabs with Bad Cop. There are a couple other creators I've talked to here and there that I would like to work with. Have some really cool ideas. Either way, I've talked to some creators that have bigger followings than I do. And they've even said that they're like, oh man, I was talking to one, I don't want to say any names here. I was talking to one channel. They probably have double the subscribers I have. For the record, I have 73,000 subscribers on YouTube. They're well over 100. And they were like, dude, your engagement on your videos like exceeds mine. Like looking at the raw analytics, like my channel definitely pulls in more traffic. So they were like, yeah, like it's just a matter of time before the subscribers just like exponential growth. And I'm like, yo, like, okay, I'm waiting for it, but yeah, still, I'm really happy with my growth. So yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see. Stream and podcast is the way to go nowadays. Yeah, can kind of agree with that. I mean, I think there's some nuance there. Podcasts are definitely good because it's long form content that people can turn on, tune out, and it's really good for ad revenue. And that's where you can make your money, both in, AdSense and sponsored segments. Like But the problem is, sponsored segments just like trigger me when I hear them. Like, ready? You guys are listening to me talk, right? And I'm not sponsored. This is not a sponsored stream, but get ready. Tell me what this does to your brain when I say, but before I continue, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Like, did that just make you almost want to tune out of the video or jump forward? Maybe it's just me, but when I hear even just that change in inflection, I'm like, oh God, I have to listen to something. Like, I can't. How many VPN companies can I hear about? Like, oh, wow. So yeah, I don't know. Podcast definitely. Streams are fun. I don't know how much money you make from streams. I think like, don't get me wrong, you could definitely make money from streams, but it seems like you gotta cut it up into short form content and milk it that way. Like, I've been lacking on my short form content. I really got to get into that. The Bash course just took a lot out of me, and these streams are just a way for me to actually just chill and hang out. So yeah. What I suspected the number of programmers are in the millions. The number of subscribers is not an accurate estimate. It's not an accurate estimate. You gotta, like, if I'm a brand looking to sponsor someone, I don't even care about their subscriber count. I want to see the engagement they get on their videos. Like, at this point, I don't even know if YouTube cares about subscriber count. It's a vanity metric. It totally is a vanity metric. It doesn't matter. Every video gets tested in the algorithm. It either does well or it doesn't. Like, that's how I view it. Oh, man. I'm on YouTube. Will these live streams regarding the OSCON challenge be available somewhere after the live streams? Follow the progress of being in Europe. The timing is a bit inconvenient. Don't worry. This video, if you're watching on YouTube, the video that you're watching will just turn into a video on demand when I'm done streaming, and it will just be up on my channel. Like, I'm not taking these down. They're not members only. You don't have to pay for it. Like, this video that you're watching, you can literally bookmark this video, go here tomorrow, and it'll be there. Go here in a year, it'll be here. So that's where it'll be. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Good evening, Dave. Wishing all my unemployed kings out there the best of luck this next year. Yo, respect. Shout out my unemployed kings out there. Kings and queens. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Let's get right into it. But first, I need to talk about this thing I've never talked about. Look at the build quality. This is amazing. I've been eating this every single day of my life. It's like, dude, I don't believe you, man. So, yeah, I don't know. You have sponsor block installed, so that doesn't bother me. Does that actually work? Like, I don't have it installed. It doesn't bother me. Like, it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me enough to do anything about it. The sponsor block actually work. I'm not advocating people use it. I'm just genuinely curious. Like, I don't know. It's like, I remember the days of TV DVR and doing like automatic commercial detection and stuff like that. I just didn't know if it'd be like flaky. Like, what does the technology actually look like? Love your stuff, dude. Bring Bash to the masses. That's what I'm doing. It works surprisingly well. Hey, that's cool to hear. That's awesome. If you've been eating it every day of your life, I must believe the only ingredients are cheese and wheat. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I had some wonderful pizza tonight. I love videos, but 4-hour streams are a bummer for me. Yeah. Well, then this content isn't for you. Go enjoy my videos and not the streams. I don't know. Nice, thanks. Love your video. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. What a nice thing to say. Yeah, and if you guys want these VODs, even if you're watching on Twitch, go to my YouTube. The VOD will be available there immediately. It's already up there. So yeah. Oh, it's a community maintained timestamp DB. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that. That's actually really cool. Any perks on being a Patreon member, and how much is it? Hey guys, I have a Patreon. The perks are a little bit outdated and I should be better about them. There are 3 tiers, a $5, their prices are in USD, US dollar, $5 a month, $10 a month, and $15 a month. It used to be that if you paid 10 or more, you get your name at the end of a video. Now it's, if you pay anything, you get your name at the end of the video. And the highest level tier can ask me a question every month, but people have not been asking me questions. I try to prod people to ask questions if they want to, and I will make a 1 to 3 minute reply short form video to your question, or turn into a longer question if it makes sense. But a lot of people just haven't had questions, and I'm like, reach out to people, like, make sure, like, yo, like, make sure you ask me questions if you want to, but people are just like, no, I'm just happy to support the channel. So that's what it is right now. There's not many differences between the tiers. There probably should be. I just can't think of what that would be. So yeah, there's no paywalled content or anything out there. The Patreon's really just if you want your name at the end of my videos, you want to join a Patreon only chat in the Discord where you can ask me questions, which is nice because like I'm pretty much guaranteed to answer because it cuts through a lot of the noise. It's very low traffic compared to the normal chats in the Discord server. So that's what you get there. Okay. What do you say we get started here? Let's start doing some code. Let's see. Not what I meant, LOL. Your streams are educational gaming. Your streams are educational and engaging, whereas other people produce long videos just for the sake of making content. Okay, gotcha. Okay, this is gonna sound super weird. I kind of figured that was what you meant. I was just surprised at your message. But yeah, because at first I was like, wait, are you talking about my stream? Because like my last stream was like probably exactly 4 hours. But no, I get you. Oh my God. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I do think some people milk topics. I even get comments like this. I made a video where I talked about GitHub's safe sleep script. It was like 3 lines of code. And someone commented, they were like 3 lines of code, 45-minute video. I'm like, dude, watch the video, man. Like, I don't think I wasted a second in that video. Go watch the 7-hour bash course. I'm not wasting time. It is like, we go. That was over 9 hours of raw footage. I cut it down. Like, oh man, we get going. I appreciate your philosophy of sharing your work and knowledge. Free, open source, and perpetual licenses are among my favorite things. That's what I try to do. Like, I really want people to feel like comfortable. Like, this is what you get. Like, the educational content's free. If you pay for my course, you get the DRM free download. Like, it's yours. It's yours. You can't re-upload it publicly, but if you want to store it on your servers and play it on your own devices, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Like, that's totally cool. Can you give us a use case for that process substitution syntax? Yes, I can. Give me a second to pull up a video. That is something I wish I had talked about more during my bash course, but I have a really good video for that. Let me find it real quick and I'll pull it up for you guys. Why is the browser window so small? Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm going to give you the use case for that process substitution thing. On YouTube, there is a channel you guys should go check out. Bread on Penguins. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this content creator. She does a lot of like very Linux stuff, but she also like makes music and just kind of shares some cool like videos like this. She answers questions. She does her latest video just had like violin practice in it. She has like it's a really cool aesthetic over here. But she made a video 9 days ago called Extremely Cool Shell Trick I Did Not Know About. And it's exactly what you were asking about. ls-l, pipe it into that process substitution for cat. She had a really cool example of doing like, it was like tar piping to T and something like that. I forget the example somewhere. I liked it so much I commented on the video because I was like, this is like, it's such a good example. Yeah, so this is incredible. This is an incredible explanation of process substitution. The less T example. Oh, I didn't put a timestamp. I suck. But yeah, no, she's mad cool. Her content's really good. Look, I mean, she replied to my comment. She has over 100,000 subscribers. So like really cool, down to earth creator. But in this video, she goes over it. It's a nice like 9-minute long video. So this video will explain it. Bread on Penguins is her name. Definitely recommend her content. So yeah, for that question specifically, go here. She does a great job explaining it. Like she knows her stuff. It's super cool. And what I appreciate is like, she does the thing that like I try to do, but she does it very naturally, which is like, I like watching her content because I don't detect any sort of like ego behind it. A lot of tech creators, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here, but sometimes tech creators can have an air of like ego around them. I know my name is You Suck at Programming. I understand the irony. I know that. I hope people know that it was a sarcastic name. My point is like, I don't detect any of that from her. She's like, oh, look at this cool thing I just found out about. I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Let's watch. So yeah, I would say go check out her channel. Go watch that video. That will give you the answer for the process substitution stuff that you were asking about. Let's see. I love Bread. Yeah, dude, she's awesome. She's a great content creator. Let's see. If you ever did want more incentive for patrons without paywalls, you could just do an early access thing, but it doesn't work for some creators. Yeah, I thought about that. Basically, I'd have to reach out to my Patreon people and ask, like my patrons, and ask them like what they would want out of it. My two Bash content creator worlds just collided. Oh, wait till you discover Bad Cop then. There's a third one you can put under your belt. Although she's mostly on Twitter and Twitch. I'm going to push her to have more of a YouTube presence. But that's me. Sometimes I like to push people, but sometimes I push people a little bit too hard. I don't mean to be that way. I just get excited about content creation because I really, really do like it. Yeah. I do suck at programming. Hey. Oh man, excuse me, jeez. You really didn't waste any time at all. That GitHub sleep code video was well spent 45 minutes. Yo, I appreciate that. What a nice thing to say. Yeah, I try not to. Because it's funny, I get comments like, wow, you really stretch this out to 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, watch it. Like, literally watch it and tell me where you could cut content from it. Because, like, I'm listening. Because, like, okay, we're on a stream right now. I slow down. I take it easy. But when I'm in that content mode and I cut out the downtime, there's no breathing room. Like, I like to just go, go, go. What's up, Deagle? You are my favorite streamer who multi-streams on YouTube and Twitch and has created a 7-hour course on Bash and recently created a video on CLI animation. Dude, okay, everyone should be like Deagle. I mean, that's the perfect chatter right there. Found her channel recently too. It's super cool. Yeah, dude, Bread's awesome, man. She seems really cool. I mean, it's true. I do suck at programming. Henry, I agree. But there are some programming concepts I bet I could teach you. Like in programming, we have the concept called the stack. I think I could teach you that. Okay, we're done being distracted. Lock in, 6-7. We are going to write some Rust code now. This is what we're working on. Let's pull up the code and figure out where we are. What a script. Oh, that's the thing I wrote while I was talking on stream. Cool. So we have, why is that executable? Okay, so what we have is the challenge binary for the Synacor VM challenge. We have 4 out of the 8 codes. So we're doing pretty good. We have a working virtual machine that runs. And the last thing we had was we got into this little loop here. So we have a code that's in the architecture specification. That's code 1. This is code 2 right here. This is code 3 right here. If we take the tablet, get tablet, take tablet, and then we do inv, and then we do show tablet. What is it? Look tablet? The tablet seems appropriate for writing, but is unfortunately blank. Perhaps you should use it as a writing surface. Here we go. Use tablet. You find yourself writing this in the tablet. Okay. So this is 4. This is code number 4. We have 4 codes here. There are 4 more to get. That's our challenge. So I think last we left off, we have this maze that we need to figure out our way through. Now I've had an idea with this because I think we could come up with maze.text or commands.text. And I think we can do this. I think we can do like take tablet, use tablet, go door. Like we can just put commands in here. Go doorway, probably should say. I think we can do this. And then we can read in from commands.text. And there we go. Okay. So we can actually read in a list of commands, which is pretty cool. Now it doesn't echo those commands back to us. So we could probably put that in here something like somewhere so we can see what commands we did. Let's see. You missed the T in tablet. Oh, did I? Hey, look at that. Use table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the code a little bit too, because where we do, where's our input code? Here's our input code here. We read a single character and then we put it in the register, and then I assume that does some sort of work. We should probably echo it back to the user. Yeah, that's what we should do. So we should print, oh, it's going to be annoying, actually, because when do we start this? This will at least just print the command that we ran. So this is the command we ran. This is the command we ran. And this is the command we ran. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the ASCII representation of the number. So, not great, but you know, we're out here. Is there a way to just read this as a character? I'm making up syntax. Oh, wow. You literally can do that. Wow, I just completely made up Rust syntax and it just worked. That's hilarious. I don't think I'm going to do a paper map, but I might have to do some sort of map because we probably have to know something. I saved my answer to history file, then implement a playback. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up doing something like that. What does the second redeem do? What does that mean? Okay. So we go to the doorway, and now there are two exits, north and south. So I think we go north. There's a redeem called second. Oh yeah, use it. It's a leaderboard. I forgot about that. I have a leaderboard for Twitch. So if you get the first redeem, you get 5 points. And if you get the second redeem, you get 3 points. And I think if you get the third redeem, you also get 3 points. So if you're in the Twitch chat, go ahead and do that. It's part of the leaderboard. So you can see that NMBB has 13, highest score. Bad Cops next with 8. And then Jeff has 5. And then we have these users down here. So yeah. Hey there, hopping through on my way out. Merry Christmas to you and everybody here. Yo, Merry Christmas as well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Yeah. So here we are. Let's see. How fun. So what do we have here? Okay, we went north. There's a light from the doorway to the south is quite dim. Do we just go north again? Because I don't remember what we did. I don't think the Synacor website is up anymore. Sadly, I think it went down like last year or something, or over a year ago now. So you have to get it from a... it's hosted by... it's on GitHub. Did I put the link somewhere? I don't remember if I put the link somewhere for you guys. I probably should do that. I think you go to the bridge and the bridge falls, right? Seriously, it looks like a just file, almost. You really want me to check out these just files. I don't know what I need a just file, though. This is just a text file. This is just... These are texts that are being read in a standard in. What's up, Frankie? How you doing? Yeah, you want me to put the... I should put the link up. Okay, I put a link to the challenge website in both the chats and pinned it. There's only one exit. Down. Cool. Now we have west and we have east. So I guess we can go west. Go passage. I mean, do we have to brute force this? How many places does this maze go? Oh, because this is gonna be annoying. I'm doing GitHub. Sounds about right. Yo, what's up, Stu? How you doing? How far along are you with the challenge, Stu? You haven't finished it yet, have you? Because we are 4 out of 8. So I don't remember when you last jumped in, but we are 4 out of 8 codes. Now we're working our way through this maze. There are 3 exits: cavern, ladder, or darkness. Let's go cavern. We have a history file that we are just putting the commands in. Wait, weren't we just there? Oh, cavern's where we came from, right? I don't know. I'm 6 out of 8 taking a break, so I gotta watch you to get my fix. Nice, nice. Heck yeah. So yeah, good. I won't spoil anything for you. Am I going in a circle? Let's go back to cavern. Okay, yeah. Let's go ladder. Yes, we are 4 out of 8. Basically means that my VM works, it powers on, and it allows me to actually play the game. So like I literally now have the ability to play this text-based adventure. I have not got any farther than that. I was able to grab the tablet, use the tablet, and get my 4th code there. So I don't know where the 5th code is. We are now in a maze. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Go wildcard won't do anything. It's expecting exact strings. Wait, instead of go ladder, let's go darkness. I think you get eaten if you do this. I think you need like the lantern probably. I think I spelled forward wrong. I'll be just curious to see what you do. Don't get eaten. Yeah, I'm curious to see what I do too. What are my options? Run, wait, hide. Forward, investigate, go, hide. Is hide just the same thing over and over again? It might be. I don't know if it changes. I've been eaten. Okay. Okay, so I get eaten on the first hide. Okay. You've been eaten. You've been eaten. Okay, so run, wait, and hide don't work. You just get eaten. Okay. Okay, now we have this maze type place. So we could try going north. What's the link to the stream chat leaderboard thing? Here, I can put it in the thing for you. It's on Bad Cop's website. Alright, so what are we doing here? No problem. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. That is one of Bad Cop's site. Bad Cop has like 8,000 sites. This is the same dark area, right? Yeah. I have no idea where I'm going. Where am I supposed to go here? Do I have to brute force this? You never tried south, it was misspelled? Eh, that's funny. have a west now. Seems promising. Seems like I've been here before. This seems like wrong, doesn't it? Okay, hold on. Did we just get there by just brute forcing it? Like we just, is this how you're supposed to do it? I was totally prepared to start writing a program to just go through every possible thing and see how far we could get. Wow, okay. So chisel on the wall of one of the passageways, you see this, you take note of this and keep walking. Okay, let's echo -n this into MD5. Let's cat the dev VM challenge readme. So what are we looking for? We are looking for this in there. 2BF, that one. Okay, so we have a valid code. Okay, we have 5 out of 8 codes now, guys. Okay. Yeah, I might have to end up writing something like that. Basically, here's what I was thinking. I'll just let you guys know my thought process, because we might have to implement this still. Let's do a bad option. So let's go, because you have to detect loops and stuff. So you have to look for the VM being the same. Let's go this, which I know is going to be a bad option. The reason I like that is because I don't understand. We'd have to look for that. We'd have to look for like literally that string of I don't understand. And then we could kind of have a Boolean, did it work or did it not work? So then we can detect if there was an error, which is where we went. We'd have to enumerate the things here. And then on top of that, if we get ourselves into a loop, we have to start inspecting state. We have to look at our RAM. We have to look at our stack, and we have to look at our instruction. We have to look at everything, take a snapshot of the VM, serialize it somehow, and check to see if it was the same. So yeah, we'd have to, there's a couple ways you could do it. The easiest way is probably implement clone on it and then implement partial equal and check to see if they're the same. Yo, what's up? 1263 Band Geek. Thank you for the Band Geek. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat on YouTube. That's super nice. Merry Christmas, man. Long time watcher, first time message. You're killing it. Yo, appreciate it. What a nice message, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. That is, it's awesome to hear. Is dash necessary because new line would get piped into MD5 and get involved in the calculations? Yes, that's 1000% what it is, actually. That's exactly what the problem is. Yeah. In fact, some people will tell you. I get comments like this from people. Because like I did that. Some people will see like here, if I don't do that, if I put the new line in it, we can see that we get 9003 as the beginning couple of string. So that's not right. Some people will say you can do command, you can do here strings. So I can do MD5 and less than, and put this into a string. But watch what happens. We get the 9003 still. This notation here actually appends a new line to it. A lot of people don't realize that. So something to keep in mind. So, wow, okay. We have 5 codes now because we just did things. I have a lot of thoughts. We read this command list over standard input. Instead of that, we could have, instead of reading it as a standard in, we could read it as a file, play all the commands, and then give control back to me, the user. So we could do that as a thing. Bro, I thought here strings should have fixed that. I mean, it depends on your definition of fix. Because with here strings, we can actually just use the read command and it works the way we want. Don't forget to take the can. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry. I'll be doing that. I'm trying to think of how easy that'd be to be able to take in a file of commands and just play that if the input is detected. Like literally keep an input buffer and then play through the input buffer whenever this is done. Otherwise, we read it from the user. You could do it that way. But I think we'll just do the commands.txt. That seems to work. Let's take can, use can. Take can, use can. Hey, read my mind. Just read from the playback list until it's empty, then wait for user input. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Literally, like, if we give it as an argument, put it into some buffer, drain that buffer, and then once it's done, then we'll block on standard input. Okay. You'll have to find something to put the oil into first. Hey, we found a lantern last stream. I don't know if you guys remember. There is a lantern somewhere here. So we're going to have to find a lantern. Here's what we should do. CP commands to code code5.txt. There we go. So at least we've saved that. So we have that. I do want to implement the the thing we were talking about. So my thoughts are this. Let me think out loud. Make a new VM. This is a text adventure using a virtual machine that we have written in the last 2 streams. And there's a series of puzzles and stuff in this text adventure that we have to crack. Input buffer is a vec of U8, and it will default to nothing. That's good. And then we can say if, oh man, what do we do? args.get1. If let sum f equals this, then command file given as arg2, even though we're calling it arg1, it's indexed that way. Let's print line on f, and let's just exit here so we can just make sure we're doing things the right way. So if we do this, there we go. Okay, so we've got commands.txt. Awesome, cool. Is it possible to make dir in pure bash? There is a loadable plugin that can do it, but no. There is no way that I am aware of to do it in just pure bash. Yeah, listen, sometimes it makes sense to literally brute force things. I like to give it the old college try before I go into automating the process, and I'm glad I did. Because we were able just to find things in there. So, like, we found a lantern last time. I could honestly pull up last stream where we worked on this and follow the exact path to where we got the lantern. So, like, I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility. Let's read that. Let input buffer equals let's just make this pub. I don't even care. fs.read f.unwrap vm.input buffer equals input buffer. So that should just work. You should update the stream title to 5 out of 8 codes done. I should. That's tough. I don't know. On Twitch, I think it makes sense to update it, but on YouTube, this VOD's going to live forever. So what makes sense when people come across this video? I probably want to know how many codes there were going into it. So that's the only reason I'm like iffy on if I want to change it or not. Now do this challenge in pure bash. Don't worry, Bad Cop's working on it. She's actually gotten like, I think 7 out of 8 codes just with pure bash. Not pure bash. She is forking out to like XXD and stuff like that. Could you just regex source code? No, the source code is just a random binary file. We have it. We're allowed to look through this file and do whatever we want. And we could probably look for codes inside it. But this binary modifies itself. So like it loads itself into RAM and then modifies its own source code. So yeah. Joshua, I don't know the answer to that. You'll have to look into your version of Bash and see if there's loadable plugins for it. Okay, so we have the input buffer now. So now for the in instruction. Where is the in instruction? Is it 19? It is. So wow. I just, no. In is 20, out is 19. Okay. Where we read a single character, we'll pull from the input buffer if it's set. Okay. Did you get the challenge from the aneurysm GitHub? Yes, I did. It's in the pinned comment of the chat right here where I got it from. It'd be fun to see you code a text adventure engine in Bash. Hey, I'm glad you would enjoy that. I don't think that's my thing. But maybe if enough people want to see it, I could take a stab at it. Okay, so we should probably do if... What could we do? Because we just want to pull one thing out of the input buffer from the beginning. Is there a way to... How do you grab the first element from a vec in Rust? Rust get first element of vec. There's got to be a way just to treat it like a thing, right? Oh my god, you could literally just call dot first. That's hilarious. That's awesome. But then how do you... Can you just like pop first? In place first? Move first? There's got to be an idiomatic way to... I guess remove, right? It would just be dot remove 0. Removes and returns the element at the index, shifting all elements to the left. Okay, perfect. So that is exactly how we do it. So, yo, Bad Cop, what's up? Merry Weissapmus, yo. What a nice thing to say. Welcome. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Welcome. So we could do if... oh, it panics if it's out of bounds. And try remove is a nightly experimental. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, let's get really gross here because I don't care about this. We have 5 out of 8 codes now. So the Twitch title is a lie. We now have 5 codes. We were able to get the 5th code by brute forcing the maze using a history file. And that's the logic we're working on now. All right, so here's what we're going to do. If self.input buffer is empty, then read from standard in, else god, this code is terrible. Okay, then we'll do self dot input buffer dot remove 0, and this will be buff at 0, and this whole thing will be let c equals. Okay, do we have much self here? I think we do. Okay. There we go. Just some annoying syntax we had to work through. Merry Christmas, bud. Yo, Merry Christmas. Welcome. Okay, now we can give the commands text as a argument, and then it gives us back control once all the commands have been put in place, which is very nice because it went through this whole maze thing, and we found the chiseled onto the wall of one of the passageways. We saw this, which is nice. Now we have things of interest, a can and an exit. We grab the can, but we can't use it because we have to find something to put the oil into first. We know there is a lantern because in one of my previous VODs, we got to the stupid lantern thing. So now we have to go find the lantern. So, yep. So if anyone wants to go through my previous day 2 VOD and tell me where the lantern is, you don't actually have to do that. We're gonna wing it here. We're looping. Okay. Oh yeah, we're totally looping here. Where are we gonna go here? Oh man. Hi Dave, hi chat, Merry Christmas. Yo, what's up Franco? Merry Christmas, welcome. Love the background. Always thought it's green screen, but it isn't, right? Very nice. Merry Christmas from Germany. Yo, welcome. I appreciate that. What a nice comment. You mean this? Yo, check it out. I got pizza over here. So when I get hungry later, we got pizza. I get a lot of comments from people that say they think it's green screen, which is crazy to me. It's like, nah, bro, it's my living room. That's one way to say it's not a green screen. Yeah, exactly. Okay, wow. The amount of people that just said it was an advanced green screen, get out of here. Far away green screen. No, that's true. That's true, actually. Oh, man. Bad Cop knows we're actually just neighbors, so she's seen the advanced green screen setup in person. Oh, man. Just splicing a green screen video of him walking back there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I walked off frame first. See? You got it. You got it. Oh. My Nintendo Switch controller didn't like that. I should go grab a drink, shouldn't I? What do I need? Root beer? I think a root beer sounds good. One of his lanterns necessary to fight Big Poe. Yeah. Oh my god. Fight all 10 Big Poes and get your 4th bottle that a lot of people didn't get in Ocarina of Time. It does look pre-rendered. Yeah, the Resident Evil lighting. Yeah, dude, you got it. You got it. It's a blue screen. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a root beer. I'll come back and we'll find that lantern. All right, so let's just take some inventory real quick. We have 23 viewers on Twitch, and we have 48 viewers on YouTube. So that is, what is that, like 70 some viewers or whatever? So if all of 70-ish of you guys go over to my Patreon and you pay 10,000 USD a month, I'll quit my job tomorrow, okay? So just everyone here, go to Patreon, pledge 10,000 USD to me a month, and agree to pay that probably the rest of your life, probably, and I'll quit my job. And until you guys do that, I'm not going to write any more code. We're done here. So I'll pay $1 million. See, that's the ideal chatter right there. That's what I want, guys. Oh, man. I'm joking, guys. 10,000 is a lot. Maybe 9,000. On it, heads to Patreon. Do you accept Canadian dollars? Depends on my mood. So we'll see how I'm feeling when I get the Patreon thing. Actually, funny story, when people do sign up for my Patreon, it does tell me what they pay in their currency, which is super interesting. So it'd be like, say hello to your new 96, Canadian dollar member. And I'm like, who's paying me $96? But it's for the year, and I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because at first I was like, there's no one paying me $96 a month. That's insane. Like, that's crazy. No one should be paying that much. I need to get some new emotes. I do have a new one. I forgot what I named it. It was something stupid. I think this one was new. Like, that one actually comes from the stream, I think. Guys, how are we going to find this stupid thing? Is this a pre-recorded live stream? Wow, what an interesting chatter. When have I ever put on a pre-recorded live stream? Let me ask you that. Hello, I just put my son to sleep and I saw this stream. Go wake your son up. Your son should be awake watching programming streams, okay? On Christmas, this is the best gift you could give your son. No, that's awesome, though. Thank you for tuning in. You did not like the maze? Yeah, so far I'm a little bit lost. Last time I did this, last stream, we found the lantern without anything. So I'm going to assume that we could just find the lantern again. That might be stupid. Okay, so we have the bioluminescent, we have little twisty passages, and we have twisty maze of little passages. Bioluminescent, so we're looping. You skipped ahead in the VOD? Dude, I wish. Oh, man. I hope that's true. See, okay. Dave Eddy is just an AI model programmed by Bad Cop and Bash. She just logs in to make sure he doesn't start hallucinating. See, where you're wrong there is that if Bad Cop were the one writing my code, she would absolutely do everything to make sure that I was hallucinating. You got to understand how Bad Cop thinks, okay? All right. Could I do some reversing the binary? I could. The binary changes because it loads itself into RAM, so I could write the RAM back out. I absolutely could. I don't think I'm there yet. Let's go here. Now we have the west way to go. And we don't get anywhere by going west. Okay. Do we go anywhere? We're going east. Okay, do we go west? Okay, well, I'm gonna die. Maybe L trace or S trace. I'm not sure what that would get me. If I S trace, I can just see the system calls I'm performing, but that's not really... None of this is in the system. Yeah, we'll get to the... We'll do what I'm doing here. What's up the ladder? We have the cavern and the darkness. I think we can't go through the darkness yet because I just die. The cavern is where we were. No, the ladder was where we were. The cavern is where we came from, which was the passage, so we can go east to get away from it. Here we go. Okay. Don't quite understand how we got here, but I should have been writing out a history file. But we can get the lantern now. We don't have the ability to save any of this. So let's figure out what we did here. Lantern, cavern, east, east. West, lantern, cavern, east, east. Okay. I already forgot. West. Go west, go ladder, go cavern, go east, take lantern, use can. What was the 5th flag you found? This one right here, chiseled on the wall of one of the passageways. Is it? Megatron, what's happening in the YouTube chat? Why are you just spamming the word Jan? That was the 5th code I got, was the one that was chiseled onto the wall. And going by aneurysms, the way that he put them in the README, I spaced them out 4 and 4. I've gone in order, so I have the first 5 codes, if that answers your question. Take lantern. You see no such item there. Oh, do I have to take empty lantern? Okay. You fill your lantern with oil. It seems to cheer up. Hey, okay. Megatron is really excited for the month of January. Dude, I'm excited for the month of January. Big things coming up. Big things coming up. A lot of cool people's birthdays happen in January. I go to a neurology appointment for my leg that's been weird, so making progress. You fill your lantern with oil. It seems to cheer up. What do I do? I don't know. What can I do? Okay. I can go west. I can go west. I can go passage. West, west, passage, darkness. Okay. My second son will be born in January. Oh my God, go wake up your first son and tell them that right now. I'm sorry. That's so stupid. I'm so dumb. Congratulations. That's amazing. Sorry. That's awesome. Congrats. That's great. Oh my God. Okay. Cool. Let's continue. Without a source of light, you have become hopelessly lost and are fumbling around the darkness. Oh, this is probably where I have to use my inventory, right? How do I only have a tablet in my inventory? Where's my lantern? Did I not put my lantern in there? Wait. I must have done something wrong. Hold on. You fill your lantern with oil. So I have a lantern. Hey, where'd my lantern go? Wait, now I have it. What? Did I do something wrong? Am I stupid? Okay, yeah, we have it there. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Now my lantern's gone. If I go too dark, do I lose my lantern? You can't find that in your pack. Okay. So I have to go here. Wait, how did I lose it? Oh. It's because I'm stuck in the area with the Gru now, so I'm gonna die? Yeah, okay. Let's use it while we can, huh? You feel the light source is more than sufficient to keep Grus away. Good, because this maze has been growing larger and larger. Alright. It's so funny. Continue. You are in a dark narrow passage. There is darkness to the west, but you can barely see a glowing opening to the east. Wait, isn't that where I came from? You are in a dark narrow passage. Spot some vegetation. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do? There's so much. Okay. Whew. Okay, we went west, north. You are in the once opulent foyer of a massive ruined complex. There's a door to the south leading to the overgrowth outside, and stairs to the north, which leads to a larger hall. Thing of interest here, a red coin. What am I, Mario 64? Cool. So we went north. I need to like... Thinking. Okay, hold on. Get ready for the ugliest code, okay? No one judge me. You're not allowed to judge me for this. Wait, is this valid? No one judge me for this. Okay. Okay. Ready for this? Every command will be red. Yeah, I didn't think about that, huh? It's pretty cool. Now, hold on. Let's do the character and the color. So now we can do this. You ready? Hold on. Hear me out. If we read it in from the input buffer, it will be red. But if we read it from standard in, it'll be green, meaning we typed it ourselves. So then we can go here, and we can do color like this. So now it's red because we read those in, but when I type something here, like go west, it shows up as green. So we just have to go through the green ones, and then we can add that to our commands.txt. Big brain. Big brain, okay? You hear in the distance, it's me echoing through the passage. Oh my god. Festive too, exactly. It's Christmas, so it makes sense. Oh man. Yeah, so we have to get red coins. This is just Mario 64. I have played this game before. So we'll be good. Do we need some Mario 64 like ambiance? It's so funny how everyone calls it Dire Dire Docks. Like, yes, this is the music that plays in DDD. But before you even get there, this is also the music that plays in Jolly Roger Bay. No one associates that song with JRB, but like they associate it with Dire Dire Docks, which is very interesting. Close to Final Fantasy? Something like that. You don't need to preface it with go. I know you don't. It's true, but I don't mind it. What are the colors? Oh, sorry, bad copy. You weren't here when I explained it, so good luck. Red means it was read in from the commands text file. Green means I typed it in over standard in. That way I can quickly go through and see what I wrote in myself. Breath of Fire. Don't know what that is. So we should probably take red coin. Okay. We have our red coin. Is it Mario? Do we have to collect 8 of these? No one tell me. Actually, yeah, I don't actually want spoilers. Sometimes I ask questions out loud that I don't actually want the answer to. Look. Go north. Oh my god. It's like, you know what? It's like, it's Eric. So of course. What is this? Like some polynomial garbage? Like, don't make me do math. I already solved day 10 part 2 without math. Don't make me do this one with math. Okay. You stand in the massive central hall of these ruins. The walls are crumbling, and vegetation has clearly taken over. Rooms are attached in all directions. There is a strange monument in the center of the hall with circular slots and unusual symbols. It reads this: circular slots and strange symbols. Oh, do I put the coins in them? Oh, man. Oh, I do like SNES era stuff, so yeah, interesting. Never heard of it. Okay. Inventory. Use red coin. You place the red coin into the leftmost open slot. How do I know it's in the right place, though? So now it's gone. Alright, what do we do to get here? West, north, take, north. West, north, take, north. Okay. You actually got pranked. The program doesn't... You see, what I'm wondering is, like, is there going to be, like, an order? Are there different codes? I don't know. Okay, so the tablet just does whatever the tablet does. I'm in the center room area. I'm in the coin... We're going to call it the coin room, but I don't know what else to call this room. Can I inspect the coin? I don't even know. What are my options here? I can take, drop, use, go, and look. Oh. Look red coin. The coin is made of red metal. It has 2 dots on one side. Okay, so that is the coin of 2. Okay. Alright. Let's look around. Let's go north. The door is locked. What do you do? I don't know. Oh, I just didn't go anywhere. Okay, I still stay in the same room. Go south. Wait, this is where I came from. Okay. I have so many... I know, I can't... If there's 8 of them, I'm going to lose my mind. I have so many ideas here. I would love to visualize this map. You know what I mean? Like, actually... Whoops. Actually, like, draw it out or something. Because this is, like... It's hard to keep it all in your brain. Okay, I went east. Staircase here leads down. Oh my god. Okay. Take concave coin. Look concave coin. The coin is slightly rounded, almost like a tiny bowl. It has 7 dots on the one side. What do you do? I do feel like there's going to be 5 as well. I feel like there's going to be the same amount of coins as underscores, but that does seem too simple. You know what I mean? Where do we go? We went east for that, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Go down. This seems to be a kitchen. There are brick stoves and shelves along the wall. Everything here has fallen into disrepair. Things of interest here. The carotid coin. Corroded? Carotid? Like carotid artery? Corroded. Oh, cool. Nice job, Dave. Corroded. The coin is somewhat corroded is a triangle on one side. Oh, it has a triangle. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Great. Does the order in which I get the coins matter? We don't know yet. There's a shiny coin here. Coin is somewhat still shiny, has a pentagon on one side. Okay. 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 We have 5 coins, and we have 5 things. Let's use blue coin. Yes, there are blue coins in Mario 64. Yep. If I use it in this order, you place the blue coin into the leftmost open slot. Okay, yeah, you see what the problem is? And once I do that, I can't take it back. Should have saved my progress. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So we'll probably have to satisfy this. I guess let's just use the random coins and keep track of which ones I used. So use red coin, use corroded coin, use shiny coin, use concave coin. They all released onto the floor. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually good. I should have looked at them. At least it didn't crash the VM. Okay. Let's see. Write the equation down, plug in what we know. Yeah, we're going to do that in a second. I want to just figure some things out here. Take blue coin. Okay. Let's take the inventory. I'm going to copy into my clipboard. I know, at least we get them back. Seriously. Use the blue coin. And we know the red coin is 2. So we know the blue coin is 9. I'm going to put these in a separate text document. That is, let's just do it over here, actually. Was blue 9? Okay. Use corroded coin. Use, what else do we have? Shiny coin. Look. Okay, so corroded is 3. Shiny is 5. And now we need to figure out what the concave is. Concave is 7. Oh, wow, we have a nice little, we have the order. We got them in the right order. That's not right. And the equation that we're solving is, let's just use the last one we have. If we look at the inventory, use red coin. They're all released onto the floor. Look, here's the equation we have here. Okay, so we can actually solve for that. That's all well and good. Let me go ahead and we'll have to actually write the commands to take this stuff back because we've just been kind of messing around here. Let's take red coin, take corroded coin. No, let's go back and let's do this challenge correctly. What's going on here? Yeah. Let's get all the coins here. We have the red coin, we have the concave coin. Where do we go? We went north to get the red coin. We get north to go into the room. We're in the room. We went east to get the concave coin. So now we go down, get corroded coin. I spelled it wrong. Take. Go up, go west, take blue coin, go up. Take shiny coin. Okay. Go down, get corroded. Take, go up, go west. Go up, go west. I think we went west again. Yeah, west, blue, up, shiny. We have all 5 coins. Okay, cool. So now we can just do an inf here. Let me go here. Let's rerun it. Okay, so now we have red, corroded, shiny, concave, and blue. Awesome, and we have to plug it into this equation. So let's go ahead and figure out that equation. Vim, coins. Okay, so now we have to solve this. I'm not the most math-enabled guy, so we're gonna figure out how to actually solve this problem. How do we do this? Let me think. Because we have... Okay. You ready for this? You ready for this? I'm a programmer. I'd laugh if you could just use the tablet to solve the equation. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Ah. I have an idea for this. Ready? Because we're programmers. We're programmers. Let's cp coins.text to coin solver. Okay. Now we have 5 different variables. We're going to make a bash script. Okay. This is how I know how to do things. Okay. So we have a equals 2, b equals 3, c equals 5, d equals 7, and E equals 9. Don't show my previous math teachers what I'm doing because their head would break, okay? Now, we're going to echo A plus B plus C raised to the 2nd power plus D raised to the 3rd power plus, or no, minus E. Also, this should be multiplication. So A plus B multiplied by C raised to the 2nd power plus D raised to the 3rd power minus E, and that should equal 399. We could just obviously subtract 399 from both sides, blah, 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 blah. So they might be floats. No. How would they be floats? We're only ever multiplying. We're not dividing. We shouldn't be able to end up in the realm of floats. So 411 is incorrect. So now we just need to try every possible way of doing this. I'm trying to think of a clever way to do this. I'm trying to think of a clever way of doing this. You said the equation, just rotate your variables with the loop. Yes, you could. You could. I'm just trying to think if there's like a simple way of coming up with every possible combination of these characters. Because it's like, I'm trying to think of a bashy solution to come up with like 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. They're all 1-digit numbers, so it makes it really easy. So I just want to come up with like every possible way of doing that. I have an idea. I do like the random until it gets there. Oh man. I have some ideas. I have some really funny ideas. For I in 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now, there will be some duplicates here. Okay, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. For A, just hear me out. B, C, D, E. And we'll just, close that 5 times. And we'll just, echo. There we go. What was it? $3.99. And we just need to filter them out manually because if they're the same number, it's technically invalid, you know what I mean? So there we go. So yeah, what do you guys think of this, huh? Okay. Oh. No, okay, so this one's invalid because 7 showed up twice. So the answer is 92573. Now that means they were yeah, so we just have to map it. 92573 is the answer. Okay. Guys, I'm not a math guy, but I'm a programmer, okay? So I can do some dirty things here. So that's the answer. So the answer is blue, red, shiny, concave, corroded. Those are the answers. Okay. Okay. So now we go to our commands, vim commands.txt. Here's our answers. I should really be able to put comments in this file. That'd be very nice. Yeah, there's a way to do this, but so we could use there we go. Okay. Your brother was right? Well, yeah, listen. A math teacher can do this the good way, okay? I did this the terrible way. As you place the last coin, you hear a click from the north door. Well, then we definitely go south because we're afraid. Look at that. Look at that. Go north. Let's go. Megatron, who is Jan? What are you talking to in the chat? What's happening here? Are you a person or are you an LLM? What's going on? Because it has been so well protected, this room hardly shows signs of decay. The walls are covered in elaborate murals and decorated with precious metals and stones. What the? There's a teleporter? Why are there teleporters, dude? Take teleporter. I just have it now? Okay. Look, teleporter. The small device has a button on it and reads teleporter on the side. Okay. This is about to get insane. Okay. You activated the teleporter. As you spiral through time and space, you think and see a pattern in the stars. We got a code. After a few moments, you find yourself back on solid ground, a little disoriented. Synacor headquarters. Oh my god, we're at the company. You stand in the lobby of what appears to be a really fun place to work. Oh, this is a cute little challenge. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be anyone around at the moment, so you make a note to call them later. The bookshelf here looks like it might have something interesting in it, though. Things of interest here: a business card, a strange book, and there's one exit outside. Okay, let's test this code. That's not the code. MD5. Let's look at dev VM challenge readme. I think it's gonna be right, but let's just double check it. EO9F4. That is correct. Okay, we have 6 out of 8 codes. We have 6 out of 8 codes. Yo, Stu, thank you. Oh my god, I'm glad you're still around. Yeah, look at that. 6 out of 8 codes. 6 out of 8 codes. Let's go. We got it. Oh man, you have 6. Okay, no, that's incorrect. We have like 6, 7 codes right now. So look at this. This is incredible. Oh my god. What did we do to get here? North, use. North, take, use, and that's it. Okay. Vim commands. Go north. Go take. Nope. Take teleporter. Use teleporter. And that brings us to the Synacor headquarters. Okay, we have a business card, a strange book, and the outside. Okay. That's awesome. Welcome to Act 3. Listen, don't. All right. This is where it gets real. This is where it gets real. I have a feeling that this is going to be the hardest part. I could be wrong, but this could be the hardest part. Well done. You've caught to me. Oh, I'm scared now. Go take teleport. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I'm good. I swear. You finished the tutorial. Yo, I don't want to hear it. All right. Things of interest here. Business card, strange book. Let's take business card. Take strange book. Look business card. The business card has Synacor.com printed in red on one side. That's cute. Look strange book. Okay. Got a lot going on here. A brief introduction to interdimensional physics. Oh, we're screwed. Okay. Recent advances in interdimensional physics have produced fascinating predictions about the fundamentals of our universe. For example, interdimensional physics seem to predict that the universe is, at its root, a purely mathematical construct, and that all events are caused by interactions between 8 pockets of energy called registers. This is cute. Okay. The text adventure that exists within this binary is aware of the fact that it exists within this binary. So like, we're like in the Matrix, and it's self-aware. Furthermore, it seems that while the lower registers primarily control mundane things like sound and light, the highest registers, the so-called 8th register, is used to control interdimensional events such as teleportation. A hypothetical such teleportation device would need to have exactly 2 destinations. One destination would be used when the 8th register is at its minimum energy level. This would be the default operation, assuming the user has no way to control the 8th register. In this situation, the teleporter should send the user to a pre-configured safe location as a default. Oh god, okay. The second destination, however, is predicted to require a very specific energy level in the 8th register. The teleporter must take great care to confirm that this energy level is exactly correct before teleporting its user. If it is even slightly off, the user would probably arrive at the correct location, but would experience anomalies in the fabric of reality itself. This is, of course, not recommended. Any teleporter would need to test the energy level in the 8th register and abort teleportation if it's not exactly correct. This required precision implies that the confirmation mechanism would be very computationally expensive. While this would likely not be an issue for large-scale teleporters, a hypothetical handheld teleporter would take billions of years to compute the result and confirm that the 8th register is correct. Guys, this is wild. Okay. All right. This is so AOC. This is very AOC. Oh man. This walked so this ran so AOC could, this teleported so AOC could also teleport. If you find yourself trapped in an alternate dimension with nothing but a handheld teleporter, you will need to extract the confirmation algorithm, re-implement it on a more powerful hardware, and optimize it. This should, at the very least, allow you to determine the value of the 8th register, which would have been accepted by the teleporter's confirmation mechanism. Then, set the 8th register to this value, activate the teleporter, and bypass the confirmation mechanism. If the 8th register is set correctly, no anomaly should be experienced, but beware. If it is set incorrectly, the now bypass confirmation mechanism will not protect you. Of course, since teleportation is impossible, this is all totally ridiculous. What do you do? What? I don't know what to do. Okay. We don't have anything else. Like, we don't have anything else. We literally just have the book. Like, this is it. This is our instructions for the last 2 things. it would need to have exactly 2 destinations. One destination would be used when the 8th register is at its minimum energy level. This would be the default operation, assuming the user has no way to control the 8th register. Okay, so if you can't control the 8th register, this is where it's going. This is its default place. In the situation, the teleporter should send the user to a pre-configured safe location as a default. Okay, that makes sense. In the second destination, however, is predicted to require a very specific energy level in the 8th register. So if we can get the very specific 8th register, then the teleporter will confirm that it's exactly correct before teleporting its user. Okay, any teleporter would need to test the energy level in the 8th register and abort teleportation if it's not exactly correct. I mean, that registers what? A U8? No, a U16? Okay, got 65, 535 here. All right. This required precision implies that the confirmation mechanism would be very computationally expensive. While this would likely not be an issue for a large-scale teleporter, a hypothetical handheld teleporter would take billions of years to compute. Okay. If you find yourself trapped in an alternate dimension with nothing but a handheld teleporter, you will need to extract the confirmation algorithm, re-implement it on a more powerful hardware, and optimize it. So I almost, okay, I'm gonna talk out loud here, and I don't want anyone to give me hints. I have to figure out how this binary is confirming whatever the 8th register is set to. I have to like reverse engineer it and come up with like a simple way of like bypassing it potentially. Like when you boot up an old game like in an emulator and you have to figure out what kind of like tricks it does to validate it and maybe like pass some sort of copyright check to like bypass something like that. So I have to set the 8th register before I jump. Okay. Yes, the old Nintendo logo checks. That's exactly what I was thinking of, yeah. Can we get a tour of your VM model? Sure. It's not much going on here. It's not the cleanest code. It's all in Rust. So we have this. This is our VM struct. So we have the RAM. I store it as a vec of bytes of U8s. Looking back, I should have just stored it as U16s and done all the work ahead of time, but here we are. So there is some code that has to deal with the, little endian, big endian stuff, which is super annoying. We have 8 registers, each of size U16. So register 0, register 1, register 2, all the way up to register 7. We have the instruction pointer, which is pointing to the specific address. So like our PC, our program counter effectively here, which is just, a U16. Our stack, which is an unbounded vector of U16s. If we're running or not, this just checks if it was halted or not. And then input buffer is what I added later, which is when I run my code, I can give it optionally commands.txt. If that's present, it will run all those commands before it hands control back to me. So when I run this binary, every single thing that showed up in red, it ran that because it was from commands.txt, and then it gave control back to me. So if I were to like take strange book, it'll show up in green, so I can quickly go back and figure out what's going on there. And then this is just implementation details. Like I have a type that wraps if it's a register or a literal value, so I can check like, if you're using some sort of instruction that needs a register or a literal number, we can kind of check if it's above 32,768 or whatever the number is. Basic push stack, pop stack, a program thing to dump the state. So we dump the register. We should dump the stack as well. So my plan currently is to now I'm thinking my plan, I want to dump the state before we teleport. That's my plan. Because in this VM, we have all low-level functions, like the instructions. I'm wondering if we need a high-level thing that wraps commands, okay? Hear me out. A higher-level struct that understands commands like go, and take. Excuse me. So we can basically make something that understands those kind of commands and is like, oh, you want to teleport? Hold on, let me look at the register real quick. Let me do this, let me do that. Like, let me make some decisions type of thing. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, we should put a way to dump the stack here. So for I value in self dot stack dot iter dot enumerate print line stack will be that. And then I could do that with the history. I'd have to think about that because I don't like committing everything, but I would like a way to commit things. Okay. So right before we use the teleporter. I'm thinking. How do you catch a signal in Rust? How do you trap signals? I need a crate to trap a signal, don't I? Oh god, is it really this difficult to capture just a single signal? I hate Rust. I love Rust. I hate Rust sometimes. I want a really simple way just to be able to say, like, I want to be able to send my program a signal to say, like, hey, do this thing. Like, I want to be able to, like, here, I'll show you. When I get here, we've taken the teleporter. The last thing we can do is use the teleporter. What I would like to be able to do is I would like to be able to go to a different terminal, send it a sig hup, and have it dump its state to the screen. Or be able to just send like control T, which is sig info, have this catch sig info and dump its state to the screen. So there's got to be a way. I'm gonna look up a crate. There's got to be just like a basic signal handler, right? I know they happen asynchronously, so it could be a problem. I've captured signals in Rust before. Why is that so hard? Trapping a dump command? Oh, yeah, I could do that. I think Bad Cop was doing that with, like, custom commands. I'd have to change my logic to read commands from standard in. So, like, here it's blocking on standard in. I'd have to, like... I have to think. I've got something for a similar purpose. I'm not kidding. I think Bad Cop said she literally ripped it off of you, Stu. So I think you guys are doing the same thing. I don't know how you implement it. I think she does slash commands. So if that's how you're doing it, then it's probably the way to do it, right? Let's see. Allow user to send, yep, okay. Send commands to the VM itself. Okay, so we can do something like, I could check for slash here. The only downside is technically you could have a slash anywhere in it, which we haven't encountered a slash anywhere else, so it shouldn't be a problem. Like, we're not checking the first command. Not the end of the world. I don't really care. We could just check for that. So we read exact 1 into that. We could look for the slash character. If buff 0 equal this as U8. What do I do when we get here? How do you break out of this? I guess just a simple return, right? It's just a void function. think we can do this. It's a reline. I'm totally just making things up. We're going to see what works here. Basically, I want the user to be able to put a slash in front of something and be able to just pass in commands. Right, that makes sense. Hey, there we go. That's beautiful. Okay, it read the new line. I don't know if there's a way to like not read the final new line, strip off the new line. I guess you could just substring it. Is there a way just to like simply substring it by 1? There's gotta be. I'm gonna look up some, there we go, Rust string. There's gotta be some sort of like simple way to do that. So like a trim command, even trim would just be fine. Yeah, we're just gonna use trim. This won't work. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. So now we can do this. We could say self.process internal command. There we go. Now down here, we can just implement that. So process internal command. We'll take a command that is a string reference. It'll return nothing. It'll basically do nothing. It needs a reference to self. And we can do something like this. We can debug internal command match command, and then we can do something like this. If it's dump, then it will do self.dump state. Otherwise, it'll say panic unknown internal command. There we go. Cool. So now we have dump. Hey, look at this. Okay. This is really cool. So when we are here, before we take the teleporter, this is what we have. We have these registers are set, and nothing is set in register 7. So this is the interdimensional register, remember. So maybe you can implement something similar for comments in your commands file. That's a smart move. Yeah. I was thinking about, okay, here's something I could actually do. I could totally cheat. I was thinking about just using process substitution here to like, you know, grep-v for like things that start with that. But a nicer way would definitely be better. Let's see. So before we do it, oh, technically speaking, I should be able to put this in the commands too, right? I could write a commit command. That's so true. I could do /dump here. I think this will actually read it properly. Oh, no, it won't. I only put the logic to understand it in the standard input part. All right. Okay. So register 7 is set to nothing. The idea is that we can... what's up, Harsh? How you doing? Good morning. The idea is that we could... do something. Change register 7 to something and then figure out what happens. So here's what we could do. We need functions to modify the registers. That's what we need. We need like a set command. Yeah, we passed the whole thing as a big giant string. We need to parse it now. So we need to do this. Okay. Yeah, let's just do set to set the register. Okay. So if we do this, then we'll take the register number, will be command 1, and the, what about a command to read any address you specify too? I mean, we don't need it yet. We'll implement commands as we need it. I could go through and make this, so we don't need it yet. To this. Now we do have to parse them as numbers. Let's just make sure that I wrote some good code there. Okay, I wrote good code. So set register number to value. So now we need to parse them as a number. So this should be, what are the register numbers? There's 8 registers. So, oh, when you index into it, it has to be U size, right? Yeah. And this is a U16. Okay. Sorry, what was that warning I got? Oh, they're not being used. Right. Okay. So now if we're here, this should take a mut self. So now this can do self.registers register equals value. Okay. Okay, so now we're here. That didn't work. Now we can dump. Okay, now we can set 7 to 1. Didn't print anything on me, did it? Okay, that worked. That worked. So now we can do this. We debugged it. Let's just print line. Okay. Dump. Register 7 is 0. Let's go ahead and set 7 to 1. Let's go ahead and dump. We have 7 is equal to 1. And let's use teleporter. Unusual setting detected. Starting calibration process. Estimated time to completion 1 billion years. Okay. Cool. So what do you think it's doing right now? Because I think whatever it's doing, we're going to have to see what kind of like thing it's got itself into, or if it's in some sort of sleep or something. I actually don't know. So we should probably run that with some debug logging. Okay. Dump. Set 7 to 1. Okay. Now I am going to dump again. I'm going to clear the screen, and we are going to use teleporter. And this is going to fail. And we're going to go into some sort of infinite loop. Okay. So now we have to figure out what it's doing to confirm it, and we have to bypass this. Okay. So oh boy. Okay. trying to see if anything jumps out to me. Okay, now, let me think. Because I don't remember now. If we get the thing wrong, what does it do? Records a very specific energy level in the 8th register. The teleporter must take great care to confirm this energy level is exactly correct before teleporting its user. If it's even slightly off, the user would probably arrive at the correct location, but would experience anomalies in the fabric of reality. Any teleporter would need to test the energy level. Square progression implies that the confirmation mechanism would be very computationally expensive. While this would likely not be an issue for large-scale teleporters, hypothetical hand. So our teleporter will take forever is what it's basically. If we get the answer wrong, it's going to take forever. If you find yourself trapped in an alternate dimension with nothing but a handheld teleporter, you will need to extract the confirmation algorithm, re-implement it on more powerful hardware, and optimize it. There's a couple ways I could think of doing this. Because it seems to me that there might be multiple numbers that are allowed, but some of them are going to be weird. So, like, I could brute force 536 numbers. But this leads me to believe that not all of them will pass. Or, sorry, that not all of them will fail. So if some fails... does it make sense what I'm saying? I could brute force all of them. Some of them will pass, but there might be too many that pass, and I won't actually be able to know which one's right or not. So we might have to actually figure out the mechanism it's using to determine it. Oh, man. Yeah, if you run strings on firmware.bin, I totally could. I don't think you could do that. I don't think the strings are just going to be in there. Like... because it doesn't just pull things from the binary. It pulls the binary into RAM and then modifies the RAM. So the strings are probably not just sitting there waiting for me to look at. They're probably, they're constructed by different parts of the RAM rewriting itself. And also, yeah, what's the fun of that? That's true. Basically, we have to figure out what it's doing. Strings will not help you for what it's worth. Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm glad it doesn't, but I also just figured it wouldn't. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to let all this crap run. Okay. Dump the state. Okay, we have our register 7 is set to 0. We're going to set register 7 to 1. Cool. Dump the state. And now we are going to use teleporter. It's going to fail. We're going to clear the screen. We're going to let it fail a little bit. I'm going to Control C. And we're going to see if there's anything that can be gleaned from this information. So I just cleared the screen again. I'm an idiot. Can you share your strange book text? I feel like my copy is different. That's interesting. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me do this. Save that. Vim bad jump.txt. Let's paste that in there. Is it pasting? Oh, it's pasting. I'm literally beach balling. I wonder how much text I just copied and pasted without thinking. Nice. go ahead and cancel that. I'll share that text when I can, man. I will share that text when I can. What happened here? Okay. Okay. Cargo run. Use teleporter. Look strange book. Here is the book text that I have. And let me know if you want me to scroll down a little bit. Got it. Bad Cop, are you still around? Are you here? Because last I checked, I think you got 7 out of 8 codes, right? Did you already get this code? You have 8 out of 8? Very nice. Congrats. That's awesome. Stu, was it the same text or do we have different text? Or is that a spoiler if you tell me? Same text. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay. I'm looking at the text that shows on the size. I'm getting rid of the part where I write use teleporter. Okay, so this has to be where we're doing something here. I wish it grew teleporter with you and that's how the game ends. You just die. So this thing printed. 2 lines of output. So somewhere in these 1,800 lines of code, it determined that a strange code was given. I have to start tracing registers. Like, anytime register 7 is updated, we need to do something. Definitely should be able to put a trace on these. Depends on how fancy we want to get. Okay, set register. Do I use size everywhere? I do. That makes it so much easier. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're on to something here. We're cooking. Okay. Well, something didn't work here. Definitely broke something. So that's fun. What's up, Osmosis? Nice name. Thanks for the help earlier. What did I help you with earlier? I don't know if I helped anyone in chat earlier. Not that I remember. Oh, somehow I broke things, so that's not great. Oh, in Discord. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, were you able to figure that out? Saw that tree printing out in some pretty gnarly ways. Oh, that makes sense. My jump logic is wrong. One zero, so this should be 0 1. No, it's equal. It should be 1 0. Okay, well that's too much. Let's just do info. Yeah, it was the echo. I didn't see you commented out in the video. Yeah. Yeah, that echo I think bit me at one point. Almost bit me, and then later in the video, a different echo bites me. Okay. So we now see when registers are written in stuff, so that's pretty cool. So if we clear the screen, set 7 to 1. Now we use teleporter. It'll break. But we should get a nice loop of things that break. So after we call use teleporter, and that's the enter that it read. It prints that there's like a warning, I think. It does read it in a loop. Pipe the output into FZF for search. I've never used FCF. Well, I think what we're going to have to do. Add slash commands. Add command text input file. So, I think we're gonna have to figure out how it's using the data in register 1 or register 7. We'll have to figure out how it's using that data and like what it's doing with it. Like, it's looking at it and it's running it through something and it's like waiting for something to happen. So we need to backwards figure out what that case is and then solve it. We'll basically need to solve values that work for it. I mean, we could also just like... Let me think. If we could rewrite this to not take these commands over standard in, we could write the program to set the register to a random number between 1 and 65, 535 and brute force it. That might be a way to do it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. There's a couple things we can do. We allow slash commands in the text input, or we just put them in randomly. And then run the command and see if it works. See if we don't get into a loop. That's one way we could do it. Or we could backwards look through the process of how it's validating the number we give it and then come up with a number that solves that. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking of really crappy solutions right now. The way I would know is if it was correct is I'd put a 5-second timeout on it and see if in 5 seconds it prompts me for input or it processes. That's what I would do. So I would loop through 0 through 65, 535 and give it 5 seconds of my CPU power. And if it's still looping by that point, we kill it. If it's blocking for user input, then we know it's good. We have to figure out how to script that. I don't immediately know a good way of doing it, but like, it can be done. But yeah, my brain's fried right now. I'm not going to make any more progress on this. I'm going to call it here for tonight. We got 2 more codes though. We are at 6 out of 8. So I feel like the end is hopefully in sight. I don't think we'll get it in one more stream, but the end is in sight. Hopefully, assuming the last code is not like impossible. So we'll have to figure out a way to sort of figure this out. I have ideas. We have the brute force way to see if it'll give us a prompt back. Obviously the bad case is that a large number give us a prompt back, but they're not quite right. That's a bad situation, so we won't know if it's right. The other way we have to do it is probably figure out when we start looping. So like, I think we're getting into an infinite loop. I could be wrong. I think we're getting into an infinite loop, and the way we could do that is by doing like save states and seeing if we've seen a state before. And then we can figure out what mathematical calculations have happened between those 2 states and figure out how to kind of, work for it there. Just kind of shrink the instruction set down to just the operations that are happening on a number and then find a number that satisfies that. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I don't think I'm going to make any more progress on this. My brain's a little fried. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a good day. Merry Christmas, everyone. And thank you for hanging out, man. This has been super fun. I appreciate all you guys just coming here, hanging out. And yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, come on, hit that subscribe button. What are you doing? I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. I want to hit that, soon. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I'm going to call it here. I'm tired. This is a good cliffhanger. I agree. 6 out of 8. Stu, is this where you are? I think you said you were 6 out of 8, right? Are you in Act 3 like I am? Yo, Stu, oh my god, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub, dude. That's so nice. You don't have to do that. I appreciate that. Wait a minute, Stu, do I follow you on Twitch? I subscribe to you on YouTube. I don't know if I'm following you I'm not following you on Twitch. That's a crime. All right, I hit you with the follow. Yo, appreciate you stopping by and appreciate the gift sub. You're ahead, but you don't have code 7. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's really cool. So that leads me to believe once I figure out some sort of teleportation thing, I might not actually get the code right away. So yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope the holidays are well. Enjoy hanging out. And it was a fun stream. I had a ton of fun. And yeah, go subscribe on YouTube. Go do all that fun stuff. Curl xmas.ysap.sh. And don't forget to pipe it to bash and get this nice little thing. And I uploaded a video today on my YouTube showing how this whole thing was programmed. So yeah, thank you everyone. I'm going to call it here. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. I will see you all, I don't know, sometime in the future. See you guys.